Well, Faz, how are you today? How's your Wednesday going?
How you doing?
Doing great, actually.
I'm excited about the Super Bowl. I can't wait for the game this Sunday. I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm excited about the Super Bowl too, but Tony, the NBA to beat my fluttering heartstrings. Tony, I'm just getting pumped about the NBA now.
Well, I think we were just talking about it too. I mean, talking about the fact that football season ends and NBA just kind of kicks right in, and that's, of course, it brings us into March Madness with with college basketball. But I'm starting to watch a lot of NBA games now, and really digging. Really dig. I just love the game. Watching some stuff going on now in Phoenix, Phoenix falling apart.
Matter of fact, my Spurs. Me living in San Antonio, I'm blessed to have such a team. But,
oh my God! Extremely professional. 3 rings. Years ago, how much I used to just sit there and blast. I used to just blast the Spurs.
Right. It was easy to blast.
Not the Spurs. I blasted Popovich. I was never a Popovich fan. I used to love.
Has he proven himself to you, Tony Popovich?
Oh my God, he's definitely proven himself. The guy's won.
He's a chess master. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's won 4 titles. What can I say?
I could go without the little stern, tough guy act. I could go without that. I understand he's got a military background and stuff, but
I think it's just who he is. I've always, for years, I just thought what he did was he fired Bob Hill because he was the general manager and he just wanted to be a coach.
It looked bad at that time.
It did, but yeah. Look what he did.
Yeah.
Well, of course, he.
Don't forget Bob Hill got him 61 wins, I believe.
Yeah, but of course knocked out by
right.
Knocked out and pimp slapped around by Akeem Olajuwon.
And then Christmas Eve he was knock on the door.
Oh my God! Unbelievable, Yeah, unbelievable. But
anyway, I guess we're alluding earlier. We were going to talk about maybe the 8 power teams in the NBA right now. Well, I think there's no doubt, there's no question in my mind that number 1 would be the Lakers. First in offense, 5th in defense.
Yeah,
I'd have to. As much as I disdain the Lakers,
why do you disdain the Lakers?
I think it comes from we grew up together in Massachusetts, and I think it comes from my Boston roots, Tony. Beat LA,
yes, we did grow up together.
And you
in
like the Lakers,
and you were screaming "Beat LA," and I was screaming "Go Magic" and screw the Celtics. You remember that?
I just disdain for the Lakers I just don't like the show thing. I don't like the whole glamour thing. I don't like the.
Well, I don't think it's around anymore.
Sitting on the sideline. I just don't like the whole thing. But
I think the whole glamour thing to the Lakers is what the bad boys were to the Pistons in the 80s and 90s.
Well, I think it's.
I think that's over, and I there was a love for the Lakers back then. That love's not there. Kobe Bryant's not embraceable. But he is, no doubt in my mind, one of the top players that's ever played in the NBA, and it's arguable that he's the best player in the NBA at this point in time. I would like to know what you think about that.
I'd probably agree with that.
You got LeBron James.
But I'd take Garnett over him in a second.
Oh well, I think Garnett falls way down on the scale at this point of his career. We're talking about
guy's got a ring on his finger, Foss.
Yeah, but how about when Garnett was all by himself?
Understandably,
what did Garnett do when he was all by himself?
In snow cupcakes up there.
What did Garnett do when he was all by himself?
What kind of a crew did he have around?
He did nothing. Garnett did nothing.
But overall character, Tony, fortitude, team player.
I agree.
Guy's 6'11". Guy's got a money jump shot. There's not too many 6'11" players have a money jump shot.
Well,
Tim Duncan doesn't have a money jump shot.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
But of course, Dirk Nowitzki does. But Dirk Nowitzki has no fire and no game inside. So,
Dirk Nowitzki,
but a guy like Garnett,
I
think what Garnett did, I think he found the perfect home for himself. He brought. Listen, I'm up here. I watch games at the Fleet Center all the time. I've gone to games at the Fleet Center. 2 years ago, you go to a game and you could literally hear the squeaking of the shoes on the basketball court. It was so terrible.
Wow.
Kevin Garnett comes in and he energizes the team, and he gets them Paul Pierce and a Rajon Rondo, and he becomes a second coach. He has the intensity of a Michael Jordan or Johnson or a Larry Bird. He has that intensity. Now, I'm not saying he's in the level with those guys. I don't think he is.
Yeah.
But he has that intensity, and he may walk away with another championship before it's all over. However, let's not get crazy. Let's not compare him to Kobe Bryant as an individual player or LeBron James as an individual player. He doesn't rank up there with those guys.
Maybe I should have termed it favorite player.
Favorite player, okay, you could work there.
From a character sense. From
you could
an
work
old
there.
School sense, you know.
Well, the guy, let's face it, the guy does. Garnett does. He does a lot. He fires up a team, and you know what? He's won a championship, and it may be the fact that a guy could be as great as LeBron James and never win a championship, you know. But of course, Garnett got put into a good situation.
True. So we got the Lakers rated first here. They're fifth in defense. I mean, Bynum and Gasol have enjoyed probably their best stretch of individual ball over the last month.
Well, that's a good call.
There's no doubt there.
Yeah.
The Celtics.
And you're sticking Lamar Odom, and obviously Kobe Bryant, who is I think to win a championship without Shaquille O'Neal. He just wants to do it, and he wants to go down as one of the greatest of all time. And he is I guess a poor man's Michael Jordan, because he doesn't have the leadership skills that Michael Jordan never had, but he's got the defense, he's got the offense, he's got everything that Jordan.
Is Bynum dirty?
He's got the coach.
I don't mean to jump, but is Bynum dirty, Tony?
Say it again.
Bynum, is he dirty? He's dirty. I mean, I read an article, some hard foul. He really mauled this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, did he get a flagrant one on that or what?
I'm not going to call him. I'm not going to call him dirty. There's lots of guys who are going to be termed dirty, but when you're playing down the post in the NBA, it's not what the game was 20 years ago.
Maybe young and aggressive is a better term, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, some people can call him dirty. I guess it depends on where you're looking at it. But I like Bynum, and I think the fact that he's actually playing this year gives them a leg up in the West. How about the East? I mean, you're talking about a couple of good teams in the East.
The Cavs.
We could Cavs. How about the Celtics?
They lead the NBA in point differential, Tony.
Nice job there, buddy.
That stat has long been the best indicator of postseason success, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with that.
Beating teams by an average of 10 points per game. I mean, the Cavaliers could be the dark horse this year. I mean, they possibly could get to the finals. Most people I talk to are saying it's going to be a repeat Boston Lakers final with the Lakers taking it. But the chatter is starting to get louder out there about the Lakers and the Celtics.
Well, you hear a little bit of it too, but I think I'd like to step on Cleveland for a second and talk about them for a second, because there is a big it's all over the papers in the Northeast, I'm sure all over the country as well. What happens to LeBron James at the end of the season? What does he do? Does he stay with Cleveland, or does he go they're talking about this hard courtship by the New York Knickerbockers?
Right.
What does LeBron James do? What do you think?
As far as
going and joining of course the Knicks are hard courting him, and is he going to join the Knicks?
I just know he has a desire, Tony, to play in New York.
Well, what makes you know that?
It's things I'm reading. The old sitting in the Cleveland Indian Stadium with the New York hat on.
Well, New York Yankees hat. Yeah, because I do believe he's a Yankees fan, and that's a good call.
He turns the hat
around. He flips it around.
It's just chatter that I'm hearing.
Yeah,
out there.
Well, I'd like to see I'd like to see him do what. But
I agree with you.
What a guy like Jordan did.
Toxic organization, the Knicks.
It's extremely.
But they need a Willis Reed right now, and I mean, I think it'd be kind of neat if he did go there.
Well,
I'm not a Knicks fan, but I've always kind of liked the Knicks organization, but not as of late. It's toxic.
Well, I got to say, the last 5 or 6 years, I mean, Dolan's losing his mind, and I think once they get rid of. When they brought in Isaiah Thomas to run things, that they just the biggest mistake in the world bringing him in, because I just think he's a cancer to an organization. But this whole Stephon Marbury thing's a mess. If you are LeBron James, do you want to walk into that, or would you actually sit in Cleveland, where your team is best in the East right now? You have an actual chance of being a championship team right now. Do you leave that to go play under the lights of New York? What happens if you fail in New York too?
Agreed.
And I'm not saying he'll fail. I'm just saying I just think that that organization has not won a championship since the early 70s.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This show is so juicy and so full of good information, and to beat my fluttering heartstrings, Tony, we'd like to continue with the show, but we're short on time here.
We've been going for a
while. It might beat my fluttering heartstrings. I keep saying it. My God, this is beautiful stuff. We need to continue with a part 2 show, which we will do towards the end of the week, and we got to talk more about the Spurs, the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Hornets. We need to go there.
Absolutely. And let's not forget a guy like Chris Paul, who I just think is becoming one of the one of the unsung heroes of the NBA. That guy, last year I thought he was cocky and overrated. This year I just believe he's the real deal. I like watching him play.
I agree. So let's do a part 2 show, Faz, and let's talk about those other teams because they need to be discussed. But wow, Faz, great show. I really enjoyed talking hoops with you, and I'm looking forward to more hoops.
Hey, back at you. But let's talk on Sunday about the NFL.
We'll do a post-game wrap-up, sure.
Sounds good to me. And again, you're still going with Arizona.
Still going with Arizona by 10.
I got Pittsburgh, and I'll see you at the finish line.
Guess who else has Pittsburgh?
Who's that?
Obama. Gotta love the guy. You take care, Faz. Have a great evening.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, take care.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.